Hello students, this is 10th class mathematics. Today our chapter 1 is real numbers. We have discussed it till here, which is the highest common factor, the theory behind highest common factor. Now I will show you the shortest method to find HCF of two numbers. Here we have listed all the factors. We need not to write all the factors to find HCF of two numbers, students. We have a shortcut for it. Remember, HCF of 12 and 24 is 12. I am erasing this. Now HCF of 12, 24. Students, you know the normal division, right? When you are asked to divide some number 72, divide 72 by 4. What will you do? You write 4 in here and 72 in here and do the division, right? In the same process we are using to find HCF of two numbers. For example, you are asked to find HCF of two numbers. Draw two brackets and always write the biggest number in between the brackets and the smallest number on the left side of the bracket. Now you need to do the normal division, which means 12 2s are 24. That's it, students. Just one step. We have done lots of steps in the previous example. Now we got the answer as, not this one, students, sorry, 12, which is HCF, which is already we have found in the previous example. Here we can say why I stopped this problem here, because when the remainder, this is remainder, students, this is quotient, this, okay. Now when our remainder becomes 0, as if we discussed in A equal to B plus QR in Euclid's division lemma, when R becomes 0, we are stopping the Euclid division method. In the same way, when R becomes 0 in this method, we will stop the problem and note it down the quotient as HCF. This is just one step process. We will see next example to see how to find HCF in the same method. Note it down, students. Pause the video and note down the solution. I am erasing the question. Okay, students, now we have already did what is HCF of 50 and 70. If you forgot, just move the video a little bit back or in the previous video. You can know HCF of, we have done this sum in first video, students. This is our second class. HCF of 50 and 70 is 2. And we need to get this answer by end of the process. Okay, students, we are starting the problem. Listen carefully. First of all, draw two brackets and smallest number in the left side of the bracket and largest number in middle. Now you know the normal division, students. How many times can we cancel this? One time. We get 50, subtraction, we get 20. And now we have done this process before, but this remainder is yet not equal to 0. This remainder is not 0. So what should we do? We should continue this process until we get remainder 0, students. I am erasing this. Just add one more bracket here and 50. Yeah, this 50 is this number, students. Understood, students? In the previous Euclid's division lemma, we already know the new R becomes our new A, and the older B becomes our new A. Okay, students? So simply remember, just keep the remainder like this and add a bracket and bring these 50 here, students. And now same procedure continue like this, which means 20 ones are 20. Now we can cancel 50 for 2 times, which is 22s are 40 and 10. So students, HCF is 10. I made a mistake. And 10. Yes, we have got remainder 10 here. So this will become our new divisor, and this 20 comes here, students. You can see this 20 came here, and now 10 2s are 20. Remainder is 0. Okay, students, we get remainder as 0, so we can stop our process here and see what is the divisor in here, which is 10. This is our required HCF of 50 and 70. Okay, students, we will go through this question in just 1 minute. So quickly, we need to find out HCF of 50 and 70. We have found it out using Euclid's division lemma in previous lecture, which we got as 10, and we solve this with a shortcut method. 50 and 70, 50 cancels 70 by 1 time and remainder is 20, and now this 20 becomes our new divisor, and older divisor becomes our new dividend. Now we cancel 50 for 2 times, which becomes 40, and remainder is 10, and now this new remainder will become our new divisor, and older divisor becomes our new dividend. Cancel this 20 by 2 times, we get remainder 0. The job is done, students. This 10 is our required HCF. I think you are clear regarding HCF part. We are moving to next section in our class, which is form of or representation of positive integers. What is form of positive integers? When you take a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it can be represented in the form of, or it can be represented as 4m plus 1 or 6m plus 2 or 7m plus 3, anything. To understand this further, we will take an example as 6. Okay, generally form of positive integers is used like this: 2m, 3m, 4m and so on. We don't take 1m naturally. Okay, you'll understand this, students. Just wait for a while. Here remember, we are doing for only positive integers. Okay, and now 6 can be how can we write 6, students? We can write 6 as yes, tell me. We can write 6 as 5 plus 1, right? Next, 6 plus 2, or we can write it as 6 plus 0. Next, 4 plus 2, 3 plus 3, and yes. Is there another thing? No, students. Now what is this thing? Here you can see 5 plus 1 means we can also write as 5 into 1. Here 1 is our m. If we take 5m, this 1 is m. So 6 can be written in the form of 5m plus 1. Is it correct, students? If you substitute m equal to 1, can we get 6? Yes. So we can say that 6 can be written as 5m plus 1. What is this meaning, students? You can relate it exactly to the formula of A is equal to BQ plus R. A is equal to BQ plus R. 6 equal to 5Q plus 1, which means Here we took 5m, no problem students. In maths we can take any variable as any variable for representing a variable. Now you can see 6 equal to 5m plus 1. What is r here students? It is remainder when 6 is divided by 5. Is that true? Divide 6 by 5. What is the remainder? Yes, 1 is our remainder. Okay, so this is the representation of a number using 5. We can come here students. Six plus 2, it is not 6 plus 2, it is 4 plus 2. Here we can represent this as 2m plus 2. Is that right students? We'll come to this in the next thing. We can write this as 2 into 3 plus 0, that means 2m. And what is this? 4 into m plus 2, and this 3m plus 3. Don't get confused students, you will get a better clarity now. See, what is 4 plus 2 is 6, and 4 can be written as 2 into, yes or no? Yes. So which can be written as 2m plus 2. And now to the next step, 6 plus 0. Can we write 6 as 2 into 3? Yes students. And we can also write 6 as 2m plus 0. In the same way, 6 can be written as 4 plus 2, which means 4m plus 2, and 3 plus 3, 3m plus 3. But here there is an issue. We can't write 3m plus 3 because here we can take 3 still common students. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, to know with better understanding, take 6 is equal to 3m plus 3. As you already know from Euclid's division lemma, what does this mean? This means if we divide 6 with 3, we get a remainder of 3. Is that true? No. If we take 6 and divide it with 3, we get remainder as 0. Yes or no? So we can't represent like this. We only represent, this can be written as 3 into m plus 1, and this m plus 1 is our new variable, something like k. So 6 can be written as 3k. And in the same way, we cannot write like this because there is a 2 common for this. This can be 2 into m plus 1. It can be 2l. So when you are taking a number, the remainder always, okay students, note down, we are going to very important topic now. Okay, pause the video and note down the process. We'll go now. Okay, these are all, no need. Okay students, what is remainder? Remainder is nothing but when you divide a number with another number, you get a remainder. For example, you divide 72 with 5, which is 5 ones are 5, 22, 5 fours are 20, which is 2. And we will take another example. We will take 3. If we take 3 and divide it with 62, 3 twos are 6, 2 down, 2, and yes, 3 zeros are 0, yes, 2. Yeah, 3 20s are, we no need of doing this many steps students. 3 20s are 60, we already know that, so 2 is our remainder. And for a better understanding, we will do one thing. We will do 61. 3 20s are 60 again, which is 1, and take 60. 3 20s are 60, and remainder is 0. Now observe students, and take 71. 14s are 70, remainder 1. Now you can observe, students, the remainder here 1, 2 is always less than the divisor. If you are dividing a number with a divisor, for example 5, if you are dividing a number with 5, the remainder will always be less than 5, students, because if the remainder is greater than 6, greater than 5, you will divide it once again. Here you can see, here we got 22. Can 22 divisible by 5? Yes. So we divided with again 4 times 20, we got 2. So remainder is nothing but the smallest number we obtain by doing this process, and remainder is always less than the divisor. Here you can see 3 20s are 60, remainder is 2, and here remainder is 0, remainder is 1. You can take any number. For example, try 121 and 122 and 123 and try to find out the remainder by dividing it with 3. You will always see there will be remainder 0, 1 and 2. No remainder will be greater than the divisor. That is the main point, students. Note it down. Remainder is always less than what? Divisor. Okay, students, till now well and good. Now we will go further. I am keeping this. They have something to do with these calculations. Now, for example, take a number 62. This is 3 into 20 plus 2, which means 3m plus 2. 61, 3 into 20 plus 1, which is 3m plus 1. 60, 3 into 20, 3m. Okay, students, here you can see these three things. We can say, or we can normalize any number, any positive integer can be represented in the form 3m or 3m plus 1 or 3m plus 2. Yes, for example, take a number like 60 and 61, 62. And if you represent these numbers in form of 2, which means this is 2 into 30 plus 0, that means 2k. 2 into 30 plus 1, 2k plus 1. This is 2 into 32, 2k. Here you can see any number can be represented as 2k or 2k plus 1. We have something math behind this number, students. Any number, for example, I am erasing this. If you are asked to write the form of a numbers in terms of 5, which means 5m, any number can be 5m or 5m plus 1 or 5m plus 2 or 5m plus 3 or 5m plus 4. Yes, only till here. Because, for example, consider a number. If you divide a number with 5, you will surely get a remainder of 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. You can't get a remainder greater than 4 because we have already discussed remainder is always less than the divisor. So if you are asked to write any number in form of 6 in terms of 6 or in terms of 7, you can simply say any number is in the form of 5m, 5m plus 1, 5m plus 2, 5m plus 3, 5m plus 4. If you ask with 6, you start from 6m and go till, yes students, 6m plus 5, because you can't go further. I think this is clear, students. To make it more understanding, we will see in the next class.